Hey everybody, One of Weezem here, 11:39 p.m. Monday, October 13th. I am kind of able to wind down a little bit. I was extremely busy this past week. Still have a little bit going on in relation to that, but it is nothing like it was. I can kind of get back to this stuff. And I'm going to pull Lobstar here, grab Bushwhack, and get him on the Traptanium portal. This is the first time he's touched the portal, so let's see what intro looks like.
Axe to the max!
Okay. Well, yeah, he's our third life Skylander in here. 290. Let's see. I'll let him sit there and we'll check out idle animations. Okay. That's interesting. Very fitting, though.
Talk to Persephone when you're ready to learn about
Eon, you're so annoying. Health 290. Alright, let's come in and go to the pause menu. So Eon, not pause, but our
Looks like I'm a natural.
stats menu. Again, punny stuff there. Very impressive axe, and he holds it without any issue. You can pick up on the acorns. Really nice detail here with the improved graphics. What we're going to do is cover his background story. Again, sadly, they don't have a section for this in the game menu, so I just have to read it to you. Born to a race of tree elves who were protectors of the rich Arcadian timberland, Bushwhack was supposed to be a ranger. But being the smallest of his clan, he was sent deep into the woods by the chieftain to study with Arbo, known for helping the Skylanders rebuild the Core of Light. The tree spirit looked beyond Bushwhack's size, and seeing that he had the heart of a warrior taught him many secrets. Arbo even gifted him with an enchanted axe. So when a legion of lumberjack trolls invaded the forest and overpowered the elves, it was Bushwhack who set out to stop them. Drawing out the trolls, he used his enchanted axe and knowledge of the forest to capture them and destroy their tree-cutting machines. Afterward, Bushwhack not only was made a ranger, but a Skylander. As part of the trap team, he now uses his Traptanium axe to whack evil wherever he goes. Very cool story there. Again, mentioned it in the unboxing. I really like seeing a tie-in with SSA where we had Arbo, the Core of Light. Like I said, it almost seems like he should have been there alongside Stealth Elf and Camo when I went through that. But anyway, we're going to take a look now at his stats. Max health 290. Life element Skylanders tend to have quite high health overall, if you will. Armor is 18, which is not good. That's low. Speed is 60. That's the same as Lobstar, who we just introduced. Critical hit 60. That's actually pretty high. Elemental power, if he was box stock, he is box stock, but if we had just put him on the portal, it would be 25. Although the strategy guide says 39 too. So I don't know. I never knew quite what was up with that. It's strange stuff, but I'm just going to put 25 because that's the system that I know. So we're going to stick to that. And plus we have 3, 7 and 7, 32, 39. That's my logic. I don't know.
Showing signs.
Alright, let's take a look at his upgrades now. Box stock, we've got the Traptanium axe, obviously. Press X to swing the Traptanium axe. Press XX, hold X for a combo attack. Very original there. Kind of what I mean by that is SSA-ish with the combos tied in. Mystic Acorn, that's very cool. That's his secondary attack. I was thinking it might have been tertiary. Press B to throw a Mystic Acorn that stuns enemies. So that kind of ties in with like Elf Jitsu, Stealth Elf stun attacks with the spores and everything. First purchased upgrade will be the tertiary. It is Head Bash. Press Y for a powerful Head Bash move damaging anything nearby. I guess that makes sense with the antler horns acorn hat thing going on. Nut Grenade, this sounds interesting. Acorns now explode on impact, doing more damage. Then we've got In a Nutshell. Get some new armor taking reduced damage. Thank you. Absolutely love seeing armor and speed standalone upgrades. We've got Thorn Trail. This is cool. Traptanium axe attack now leaves a trail of thorns that damages enemies. We now get to the point you pick your path. It looks like the top path, Axe Avenger, probably going to tie in with the primary attack. Traptanium axe attack does extra damage. Then we've got combo attacks. XXB for a spin and slash, XXY for a head first combo. Lastly, we have Go Nuts. Keep holding B after a spin and slash combo to shoot nuts in all directions. So primarily axe related, but of course tie-ins to the nuts with that last one. Bottom path is called Armor Awesomeness. Okay, so that should be interesting. Hold X to create a leafy hut for protection and healing. Okay. That'll be interesting. Self-healing is very, very cool. Next up, Primal Warrior. Get new armor, taking reduced damage and doing extra damage with the head bash attack. This is the path for me. You get armor and healing, and I don't really care what the third one is, but let's check it out anyway. So, oh man, I was going to say if that was increased speed, this is like my dream path. But spring forward, that's why I thought it was going to be that. Hold Y to dash forward and perform a super head bash attack. So that may tie in and actually move him a little quicker, but the fact that you get armor and the healing, that's pretty sweet. So as long as his base 4 get the damage counts high or make him somewhat formidable, I would have no issues going with armor awesomeness. That said, obviously Axe Avenger is going to be the more straightforward, powerful path. Might let the Legendary take that, I don't know just yet. That said, either path you take, you get the Soul Gem, and it's called Timber. Jump and hold X to plant a giant tree, which is then cut down to smash whatever's below. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually looking forward to checking that out, and importantly, that will actually augment armor awesomeness, kind of with a little bit of an offensive tilt, if you will. So let's back out of there and let's actually get some damage numbers, kind of see what we're up against. I don't know if it's his design or the way he moves. Lobstar seems quicker to me, even though their speed is identical. But primary attack, which is of course Traptanium X, okay, 70. That's pretty wicked. Critical hit would be 105. Where you see that green trail, I assume the thorns will come in at that point. I think based on that, armor awesomeness, I'll have no issues selecting that path at all. Now, if this axe would have done like 15 or 20, I might have had second thoughts based on the 4 upgrades, but it's not the fastest attack. It's actually fairly quick, but I mean, you know, like with Lobstar, you can just spam those stars. And while they do fractions of the damage, they also can fire off at about, I don't know, probably... You could probably deal 100 damage with Lobstar by the time you could, you know, swing that a second time. I don't think that's a stretch right there. So, secondary attack, though, I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. In fact, I want to just... Okay. So it's kind of a weird throwing motion. It's almost like he pulls them from his ear. It's like his hand doesn't quite go to his back, it's not going to a pocket, and then he's got an odd release. And they do virtually no damage. But he can fire them off very quickly, 12 to 18, and then who cares because he can do that. And if you go with Armor Awesomeness, you get increased armor past the base, upgrades that included some armor, and then you've got the auto healing. So he should be an interesting character, fun to upgrade. Again, the cool thing with him, just like with Lobstar having the second character coming, we're going to see that with Bushwhack, who's got a legendary version coming to Toys R Us, and that of course will allow us to pursue both paths. That said, as I get to play him some, kind of see what he does in story mode, I'll kind of pick my ultimate strategy with him. But for now, very excited about him. So again, Life Element Trap Master, no clue when Tough Luck's coming, but we'll see how she accents him. So stay tuned for that. That said, next up, I believe I was gonna do Wallop, but I think I'll just go ahead and do Head Rush, kind of keep the wave 2 characters together, and then we'll do Wallop and then Gear Shift, and that'll get us kind of where we need to be in terms of what I have planned. So stay tuned for that. SkylanderClub.com/forum. That's where you need to be. That's where the hardcore Portal Masters are at. These are people serious about the game, serious about collecting. If you think that might fit your bill, check it out. If you like it, sign up. We'd absolutely love to have you. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. If Eon would quit interrupting me, that would be great. But like I said, make sure you are subscribed. That'll keep you up with all the latest. OneOfWeezem.com is my personal site. Tons of Skylanders information there. But for myself and Bushwhack, we're going to end this video and get started with Earth Element Trap Master Head Rush.